Public Schools with another edition of One Hard Question. I did not receive a hard question or any question this past week, and that's okay because I've received questions verbally just from folks in the community and parents and whatnot about local composite index, about school funding, state funding, local funding, how all that works, and that question comes up, and it's got a not so simple answer, but I'll do the best I can. The state uses a formula, and the formula is it's called the Local Composite Index of Ability to Pay, the LCI, in other words. They use a formula to determine what the local ability to pay is, and the formula is based on things like sales tax receipts, property values, the income of folks within the community. You know, they take those things into consideration, and then they apply a formula, and that formula determines how much funding we'll receive from the state, and then how much is expected to be contributed from the locality. So our index is about 0.55, give or take, and now it went up 2 points for the next biennium, and that's a large increase. The 12th largest in the state, as a matter of fact. 2% is unusually high. And what that means is it's kind of a good-bad scenario. The good news is that that means the locality has had a couple of pretty good years, and as a result, our index went up. And the bad news is that means we receive less state funding, to the tune of $1.4 million less in each of the next 2 years in state funding. And then after the next 2 years, they'll re-benchmark it again, and our index could go up or down, or it could stay the same. But that's how, you know, the state funding level is determined. It's based on that formula. And so the unwritten expectation, unofficial expectation is if the local composite index goes up and you get less state funding, then the expectation is, or the hope is, that the locality will pick up that difference. So now the good news for us is, for everyone, is that the governor's proposed budget pumps a lot of new money into K-12 education, about $580 million. So our funding actually is going to be close to flat, because even though we lost money because of our index, there was more money put into the K-12 instructional public instruction budget. So it's going to be relatively flat, maybe a little bit of a loss, $200,000, but not as bad as it could be. So anyway. And please, if I'm talking fast here, if you go to our website and look under the budget link, it says FY15 budget information. Click on that, and I have a couple presentations that explain this in a little more detail. But I hope this has been helpful, and we've got challenges budget-wise, but we will survive, and we hope we will make progress. So thank you for your support, and please have a great rest of the week.